OCR in the Olympics and one
Oh, it
pentathlon.
doesn't mean
So I
anything.
signed up for email updates about the Olympics exactly for this reason, right? I've covered OCR since 2012. I thought, well, if it's going to be in America, I may as well go, right? It's a 4-hour flight. I should be there probably, right? Even though it's not really OCR, it's a small, tiny thing. So they've had these crazy ticket drops and they all go and the tickets are all $5,000. But everybody, if you look online, everyone's like, don't worry about it. That's always what happens at the beginning. It's all scalpers. Don't worry. When it gets closer, you get them for normal prices. But I opened the document and was like, it's like 50 pages. So I threw it in the chat. I go, hey, chat, when's the finals or when's modern pentathlon? And they told me. So I thought, oh, that's newsworthy. So yes, this guy I just talked to has a company called Hyathlon, which you may have seen. So he's in Mexico. So I don't know why you said what did you think he sounded?
Egyptian. I don't know. He just sounded like some of the coaches I've been talking to in Egypt about modern pentathlon.
Well, listen, I'm so happy we made this happen. Meg and Calypso. Calypso and I go way back, and so far back that she was the first person to wish me happy birthday, and you're a day ahead. So I was like, "You're a day ahead." You're like,
No, it was a few days ago.
9 days ago. But because you're a day ahead, she texted me, and she won the prize of first one, which is hard to do. A lot of people texting, but you actually did it. So that's how far we go back. That she's my pal.
Popular.
Well, I mean, Calypso is a bit of a winner, you know. So
listen, I already was a big fan of Calypso. So happy when you qualified. And then I don't even think I knew that you guys were partnering up after, because Meg, remember I wrote you when you were with your old partner before. And so I didn't even know you guys were partnering. And then you guys raced and you qualified, and then you raced open and took a world record and made some people very mad. We have to talk about that. Why they're so mad. What are your first thoughts when you saw the hatred coming your way? I'm going to do a really bad Aussie accent over and over again. Meg, get used to it. Calypso's used to it.
Well, I kind of think my first thought was like, I didn't want to make anyone this upset. Like, the thing that mattered most to, I think, both of us was like pushing our limits and seeing what was possible, not the podium. So like, if they want to exclude like people with pro licenses from going on the podium, like I'd totally support that. Like, I think everyone should kind of get their moment of happiness, and ours was crossing the line and seeing that world record. And if it makes other people happy to get on the podium, then I'd love to see that.
I mean, it wasn't, I guess we didn't put that much thought into it. I mean, to be fair, I didn't even know we were getting hate because I have my Instagram notifications off. So I just didn't know at all until Calypso messaged me. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll go and have a look. But I guess there's both sides to it, where some people are extremely positive and say it's super inspirational. And then there's obviously other people who feel like it took a spot from them. That's definitely not our intention. Our intention was as simple as this. I said, we're racing, I was originally going to race Elite 15 doubles with Calypso and then mixed doubles with my husband, Will. And then he decided not to race. And so I just thought, well, one race is not enough. And I was looking at the options for races on Monday because I didn't want to do it before our race, obviously. And there was mixed. I tried to find a partner in mixed, and then I couldn't find anyone that was going to be solid enough to be competitive. And so then I went, well, there's opens doubles. Calypso, do you want to have a crack? And that was as much thought as went into it. I really didn't think that it would upset people as much as it did.
Yeah, when I actually gave Ronco a hard time, this was like 2 years ago, and this was the first time somebody like broke an open record, and it was like 50 minutes or something crazy. And he just came on the show, and I said like, well, can you talk about that? He's like, yeah, I just wanted to make it, and if anybody wants to beat it, go beat it. Yeah, and I was like, all right. No, can't really argue with you there. And Lauren Weeks did the American Champs that year, and it's kind of been a thing that kind of went away as an argument. But listen, people are always going to be upset, and people have thoughts, and maybe some point in the future, the way they've been talking so much about how they're doing the Elite 15 in this new Division 1, maybe they'll make it like you can race, but you can't have the records. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, listen, you can't do anything on the internet without upsetting some people.
Yeah.
Well, the record we got was actually Meg's record.
It was my
already.
record.
Yeah, we just wanted to see how much we could drop it by.
Yeah.
It was Meg and Molly's record originally.
So Meg,
We
tell
just
folks.
run hard and see how it went. As in, it really wasn't deeply thought about. It wasn't like we've been waiting for this race for ages. But I do think that the Opens race offers a different style of race to a pro race. It's definitely more favorable to someone who is better at running because you are going to be fitter and you're lifting less heavy weight. So I hope that they don't say that we can't race in it, because I think it's a really cool, different race that favors maybe athletes that are an elite but are not doing the top of the elite that maybe are better at running. So maybe don't put us on the podium. We don't really care so much about that, but records are there to be broken. So I hope they don't take that away.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the piece. Maybe, again, as the sport gets bigger, it's okay, you can't get a qualification spot, so we'll roll it down, or because that's already coming up with this new roll down rule. So,
but there's no qualification.
Yeah, there was no qualification spot. So there was 2 like open races this weekend. There was the APAC Champs Open race, which we didn't do, and then there was like a normal like separate Brisbane Hyrox Open race, which we did.
So we didn't even take anything.
Right, but I just wanted to tell the audience that there's already an issue that right now, if Joanna or Lauren or whoever do a pro race, which they have to do to qualify for the Elite 15, they technically win that age group that day, right? And so people were saying this new roll down rule, it used to roll down kind of forever, and they want to make Worlds a little bit more, I think they need to, it's just too many people go. So now they're saying if the first team says no, it goes to the second team eligible. And if they say no, nobody gets it. So it's already becoming this issue where they've got to kind of start to figure out how they want to do this, because they have this they've done a really great job of building this thing called the Elite 15. Just because you name something doesn't mean it's going to take off, and it clearly has. And then making Worlds as an age grouper is also taken off. So they're going to figure it out at some point in the future.
Are you meaning like you have three elite athletes in one race or something like that? Is that?
I'm saying that if Calypso, what's your age group?
Is what Matt's saying.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
What's your age group, Calypso?
So we're both 24 to 29, 25 to 29.
How old are you?
25 to 29. I'm 27.
I'm
Right.
28. Yeah. We don't even know.
Exactly. So if you race doubles, you get the flag, right?
Yes.
And if you don't want it, it goes to the next person, right? This is for the age group world championships, right? Not Elite 15, but you're going to race pro to qualify for the age group world champs. That's how it works. So if you don't take it, it immediately goes to number 2. And supposedly if number 2 doesn't want it, it's not going to go to anybody. And so, see what I'm saying? Where it used to roll down kind of forever. So anyway, again, they need to kind of figure this stuff out. But Meg, tell folks who don't know you. I mean, a lot of folks might not both of you, to be honest, because you left America, Calypso. And, it's funny. I said yesterday on our live show, or not so live show, I said, I found a message where I was like, oh, are you going to go for the Elite 15 this year? And you're like, maybe. I like mountain climbing. Maybe I'll go climb a mountain. Where most people are like, oh my God, I get to go to the world championships. So what changed for you in the last year, I guess?
Well, were you gonna get Meg to?
Sorry, I'm very all over the place. You know how I am. Meg, sorry. Let's learn about you. Let's learn about you, Meg.
There's so many things you want. What made me decide?
Like what changed? You remember that message, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I remember the message. I think I was kind of scared to like give my all and have it not be enough.
Yeah.
And that's something kind of like I really worked on, I think, mentally over the last few months, especially since Hamburg, is kind of like developing like some key values. I think 2 of which are like relentless and willing really came up in our doubles race for both of us. And kind of like really trying to embody those values. And so, yeah, I was just afraid that like I'd give my best to make the Elite 15 World Champs and that it wouldn't be good enough. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
I always climb mountains. Well, and I think I can do it both.
No, and I appreciate that honesty and vulnerability. I took it the complete other way, that this chick is such a badass. She's like, whatever, I'll go climb a mountain. Like, because people do want those spots so badly. I just thought you were, because you're like that. You're like, you like live in a van and shit, and you're just like doing your best life.
Funny because Calypso is just opposite in terms of personality to me, so it's very funny working together.
Yeah, it's been great. But no, like I totally agree. Like if at the end of the day, like something happens and like I couldn't race Hyrox anymore. There's so many other things I wanted to do, but
Mm.
I just didn't want to let like my fear of failing hold me back from seeing how far I could go on one of those things I want to do. Like if that way closed, then sure, like I'll go climb the tallest mountain and like put all my effort into that. But this is something I want to do, and I'm going to chase it as hard as I can, like for as long as I can do it, and then hopefully chase some other stuff too.
All right, there we go. Okay, so Meg, I'm sorry. What is your athletic background?
Well, when I was really, really young, I was a gymnast, and I was from when I was pretty much straight out as a baby. And then after that, I got into a sport called sports aerobics, and I ended up winning worlds for that sport.
What is sports aerobics?
I can't. It's very hard to explain what it is. You just got to see a video of it, and if you type
pulling it up right now
into YouTube,
it's like Spartacus.
I don't know what that is.
Have you ever watched Spartacus?
It's like CrossFit. It's like dancing cross gymnastics, but to the intensity of CrossFit, and it's a 2-minute routine, and you have to smile the whole time. So
I don't want to do that. I don't want to smile the whole time.
Pain is pretty natural to both of us now, I think.
It's huge in Australia. It's such a big sport in Australia.
This is not right. You should probably type in. There's 2 different types of aerobics.
It said Australia. I got excited. Okay, so what should I type instead?
Sutherland.
What should I type in?
Actually, Meg.
MEG. Oh, this is good. You reckon?
Oh, that's the one I thought.
No, go on mine.
Doing.
What should I type in?
Meg. Space Sutherland.
You're not Meg the Stallion, Megan Kelly, or Megan Trainor?
No, I'm not.
Look at this. Meg Sutherland Hyrox. Look at you.
Well, the top one, but
super famous.
Hang on. Okay. type sports aerobics after that.
She's too popular. She's done so many things. You won't get the right one unless you are specific.
Make me feel awkward. That's the one, yeah.
World Championship route. Oh, is this from the 1990s? What is this filmed on?
I have no idea, but it was probably 12 years ago or something like that.
So you were a child.
I was a child, yeah. I mean, I was probably 15.
It says fitness. I got to tell the audio listeners, it says fitness and hip hop unite. And it says FISF World Championships. And you are doing, so what those girls were doing was just like this. Why is it different?
Well, this is Meg, so it's cuter.
Well, I think I won't go into detail, but one is more gymnastic. Yeah, I know.
So are you trying to say they're not as fit as you? She's doing one-armed push-ups. She's jumping up. So it's basically a considerably more fit version of, because I've seen this like in women's like bodybuilding competitions. Like there's a category of like this, but this is like far more athletic. Like she just did leg kicks and her legs. How do I even describe that? Like go above. Imagine you had 10,000% flexibility. That's what she's doing.
Well, basically the sport assesses your ability to be energetic throughout your whole routine, your ability to do your skills technically clean. So you see me doing flexibility stuff and also strength stuff. So as in you have to be able to do a one-on-one leg at the start of your routine and also do it at the end of your routine and things like that. But we don't have to stay on this. I was just kind of...
I want to hear this.
Oh my God. This is so impressive.
It's very impressive, and I'm sure you're horrified that I showed the whole thing. I'm really sorry.
We sucked.
So
you did that, and then you moved into what as you got older?
Then I actually was focusing on my academic side of life, I guess you could say. And then I got into just general gym, and then I started running, I guess, before running was cool. And so I think I was a bit of a hybrid athlete.
Running's always been cool.
No, it wasn't. As in when I moved to the Gold Coast, it was only really run clubs that were for people prepping for marathons. There wasn't such thing as social run clubs. And I didn't really like drinking and partying and stuff. So I just decided in probably 2021 maybe to run 10Ks every Sunday. And then that was what feels like the start of social run clubs, because it was also around COVID time. And so about 150 people would come and run 10Ks on Sundays with me. And then it turned into like, I was running about 40 locations of volunteer run clubs around the world. And then,
wait a minute, slow down, back up, hang on. First of all, what did you study? Are you a scientist like Calypso?
I studied exercise and nutrition science, yeah.
Okay.
What are you?
I'm an engineer.
No, she's way smarter.
I'm just different.
I'm a bit of
And
a
then
scientist myself.
I did do my first year of physio, but then I didn't really like it.
So wait a minute.
That's just Matt's face.
Okay.
He's ready for aerobics. Like you rubbed off on him with that routine.
That's just Matt's face. Wait a minute. You were in charge of run clubs all over the country? Is that what you said?
Well, they weren't. We did it for fun, but
Globally as well.
Yes, there was 40 all over the world.
Well, no, because I didn't know who you were, obviously, until I started following, like when you guys started doing Hyrox, but like you have a nice fat following. You got 250,000+ followers. So like, is that what that came out of, the run stuff? Like when did that start to happen?
Kind of. It definitely started to build, but my content started going, I guess, more wild when I was running and posting videos of my running form. I think I never used to have that good running form, but I really did work on it. And for some reason, everybody likes to see my running form. So I think that's what went viral. But it was really cool because I had always made a rule with myself that I didn't want to get famous off like posting butt pics and stuff like that, as in I knew I could have, but it's not what I wanted to.
She's got a great butt.
Thanks, Calypso. So yeah, I always committed to that wasn't what I was going to post on social media. I wanted people to follow me for the real stuff. And ultimately it was cool for my following to grow off posting stuff like that. But I've always just tried to share value, and I used to be quite shy and negative. Also, I don't want this whole podcast to be about me, so hopefully you can hold it back to Calypso.
Trust me, Calypso and I will chat a lot. It's fine. Well, listen, I have so much respect for you because I actually put that in my media kit when I send it out to people, and I show them our following and our reach. And I say, this is without trend chasing, and this is without showing a bunch of butts. Like, this is like real, like, and it's possible. It's possible to do that because people think you can't grow otherwise, and you certainly can. And if you do it, great, good for you. You have a great butt, awesome. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, well, it also it helps a lot. I figure if you do it the right way, for example, I'm partnered with Puma and Center, and my sales from Puma and Center are insane because my community actually listens to what I say. Whereas if you are known for maybe your appearance rather than what you stand for and what value you give, people are going to be less inclined to listen to what you say. So that's just my experience and what I would encourage people to do.
Yeah, Meg has an awesome community. So when we raced both doubles races, like I felt the support. There were so many people there cheering, and I loved it. It was epic.
So were you with Puma and Center before Hyrox?
Oh no. I found Hyrox. We were traveling because we've been working in our own performance running and power range, Mega as well. And when we were traveling around for setting that up in terms of manufacturing, we met Lucy and Ben, Lucy Davis and Ben Halden, and they recommended that we try Hyrox. And it was the first time Hyrox was coming to Australia in 2023. And then so we came back, we had no idea what we were doing. We hadn't done any training because we were traveling, and we just had a crack. And I think we raced a 58 mixed doubles off the back of nothing. And we won and qualified for Worlds. And we thought, well, maybe we should do this. And then that's how it started.
So can you explain, are you Meg Martin or Meg Sutherland or Meg Martin Sutherland?
So my maiden name is Meg Sutherland, and then I got married, so Meg Martin now.
But you didn't want to change the Instagram name, so you keep...
Well, I would, but like Meg Martin's a really common name. So
is Matt Davis.
Yeah, well, maybe you got it earlier than I did, but I
well, no, that's why I put the B. I feel very fortunate that I got the B in there, so I'm sure
Alexandra, but I would end up being like Meg Martin 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8.
You mean Meg Alexandra Martin?
Okay, I don't know. Like I never really do that, so yeah.
Mega Martin. That's probably definitely taken.
I did think about that too, but it's a common name as well.
So you were saying, Calypso, that you had this idea of you weren't sure how hard you wanted to go, and then what changed in your training? Because again, like I know you as just kind of like this like go with the flow gal who was like, yeah, I'll jump in. Like, have you seen her go against Carly in the Go Ruck games?
I was crying.
I feel like We've only met each other twice, so I was actually excited for this podcast to know more.
You can learn a lot about her. Well, listen, she jumped into OCR and did well there, and then they started having these hybrid competitions, and like she made the finals against Carly, who's like a fucking giant, right? The Terminator, basically.
Yes.
And Calypso's in there just, doing her thing, and she's like living in a van, driving around America. Very, very chill.
She is very chill, and I'm very structured, so it complements each other.
So what did you change about your training to kind of get into this?
Yeah, so I think I kind of just like mentally engaged with my training more. So like I have like a training diary now. I was doing like I was just like reading some books, and also with Modern Pentathlon we had a camp and we had like psychological training, like sports psych. And I did this a lot when I was swimming, but I didn't kind of take it seriously. Like I listened to it, but I was like, I don't care about swimming this much. Like I'm just gonna listening, cool, sounds good, like all this sports psych stuff, but I didn't want to apply it. So now I just like care so much. I get to choose to do these sports, whereas swimming, I felt like I had to. So anyway, choosing to do these sports, I was like, I want to be the best athlete I can be. I want to take the mental skills like I'm learning and apply them. So I've started like having a weekly like training, like kind of intentions diary. So I'll have my 3 key sessions, up to 3 key sessions, and I'll write down like what kind of cues I want to embody in that session, like what success looks like, and then after the session I'll like reflect on that. Did I embody like my key cues? Like did I hit like the metrics of success? If not, like are there any ways that I did?
Is this through Geiger?
This is just like are
you with Geiger coaching?
Yeah, I share it with Ryan.
Oh, okay.
But this was something like I chose to do. I love reading like books about athletes and like mental like fortitude, and yeah, I think as I get older I've gotten a lot more like mentally I guess engaged with sports, instead of just being like, if I work hard I'll succeed. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think you have to work hard and you have to work smart. And so I'm kind of like leaning into, in my old age, the more smart side of that, because I really want to get everything I can out of training. And I think really being able to like mentally engage with the reason like why I'm doing it kind of gives me that extra desire to like push hard through the moments that are like a little bit tougher. And so I generally like had always struggled with like having a heart rate around 175, 180 in training. Like I'd be like, this is hard. Like I need to stop immediately. But now I found that I'm able to like kind of control that and like push through, because I kind of feel like connected to like my reason for wanting to like achieve. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's important to remember that like the human body, like it isn't meant to go at, like it is when you're afraid of something, when you're running from something, your body needs to do that. And then your body's like, wait, stop. I think we're okay. Like, don't keep going. Right. And so once you really start pushing yourself, and I'm not a fast person, but I learned how to go like really long. Right. So it's like, okay, it's one thing about getting older. It's like, you can't get faster, but I started doing ultras is what I'm trying to say. And like, your body does want to stop. Right. Like it really does. So you have to kind of get past that. But I want to get, like, can you be a little bit more specific? Like when you say goals from a certain session. So you're saying of the X amount of workouts you do, you pick 3 a week that you're going to focus on, or that you have more specific goals around?
Right. Obviously goals for all your sessions, but I generally don't have more than 3 key sessions a week where I'd say they're like high quality, like high intensity. Like the rest are just like more like skill building or like aerobic base. And so like when I'm talking about these key sessions, I'm talking about like, say, 10 by 500s running that I might do with my running group in the city. Or like more recently, I guess I posted some of my burpee workouts where I'd go from 500 meters run at 330 pace into 20 meters burpee broad jumps into 1K run at 350 pace into 20 meters burpee broad jumps.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. And like really being able to engage in like not kind of conceding any part of that workout. Like it's really easy in your head to say like, oh, I'm going to take like a 10-second rest and kind of like justify that. But my coach was like, Ryan's he's like, I understand why you took the rest, but I need you to not do that next time. So we're going to do it again. So yeah. Ryan's the best. Like he kind of keeps me accountable while also, as previously being an athlete for Team USA for cycling, like he does understand what it's like to kind of compete and train at this level, but at the same time, like because he's done that, I know that when he tells me he needs more from me, like that it's not something that he wouldn't do himself.
Yeah, because when I get, if I get a workout with rest, thrilled, right? Like this is a 1 minute rest or whatever. And then I do worse with less structure. Like if I'm just kind of winging it myself, which I like to do. I also like to just make up a workout and go. But I notice that I definitely will rest more because it's like, what's the harm?
Yeah, if Ryan doesn't make it clear in the workout that I'm not meant to rest, I'll like tend to add some rest in. So now he's like, right, no rest. Really clear. So it's very clear.
How far apart are you guys, like geographically?
Depends where Calypso is.
Oh, do you mean me and Ryan?
No,
me and Meg?
No, you and Meg.
Okay. So Meg's up in Brisbane, which is about an hour.
I'm in the Gold Coast.
Yeah. The Brisbane region. No, the Gold
Brizzy?
Coast.
Do we call it Brizzy?
No,
Yeah, Bris Vegas.
Goldie.
Yeah, so she's in the Goldie. So she's like an hour south of Brisbane.
Okay, and where where are you?
And then I'm about an hour and a half flight in Sydney. Yeah.
So we're both in Sydney right now.
No, we're both in Brisbane or Gold Coast.
We're in the Gold Coast.
Because Brisbane's where the Hyrox was. My family's from Brisbane. I'm leaving this afternoon to go back to Sydney.
Perfect. So I'm glad we made this happen.
But then she's all
Then I'm going to Cairo tomorrow.
For what?
For modern pentathlon.
Okay, so let's talk about that briefly.
Yeah.
So you did the camp you said you did. Where was that?
That was down at the Australian Institute of Sport. It's kind of like your what are they, NTOs?
So your country is sending you to Cairo?
I've qualified through my country for Cairo. Modern pentathlon's a small sport, so when you say sending, that kind of implies they're paying for you. Modern pentathlon's too small for that to happen. So, yeah.
Right, but even America, we don't really have. It's all kind of made up. Like we've made our own little USAOCR. It's not backed by.
So modern pentathlon is a federated sport. So it has the UIPM, I don't know how to pronounce it. But it is like a federated sport. It has been around for a lot. The Egyptian team has a great setup. They're very well funded. They have like their own specific kind of like NTC specifically for modern pentathlon. So as an Australian, we're going to train there for 3 weeks.
Well, here's the good news. If you don't have a lot of people in it, then you are guaranteed to make the Olympic team.
That is not the reason you want to make the Olympic team.
That is not the reason I want to make the Olympic team.
I said that's good news, though. I'm saying I'll see you in LA in 28, bro.
Yeah, Matt B. Davis will also be there.
Right,
He's heard that modern pentathlon's easy to make the team, and he's going to be training.
No, listen. I'm not going to be there. Now you made me lose my train of thought. Of course, that's not. You want to go to represent your country to be the best you can be, and it'll be amazing. And listen, I'll probably cry when I see Olympics actually happening. I'll probably cry. But the point is, that's the good news. How's your fencing?
Yeah, it's not very good, but because I've been focusing very hard on Hyrox, but I think being in Egypt with like a larger pool of both normal fences and modern pentathlon fences will be great. Because in Australia, like our fencing right now isn't the best. Like apparently we go through like cycles of having great fences, and with the 2032 Olympics there'll probably be some like really great fences coming up because that's guaranteed places for Australia as the host country.
I think it is one of the most random sports I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it's fun.
I guess sports aerobics is too. So.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in that like each reaction has like each action has optimal reaction, and it feels kind of like a bit chessy, like very like you have to think fast and have good reactions. Yeah.
Are you going to Ireland?
Why would I go to Ireland?
Because there's an OCR. There's an OCR World Championship there.
I thought the UIPM OCR World Championships was in Beijing.
There's a lot of World Championships.
There's a lot of World Championships. I don't think I'm going to Ireland, but I think I will be in Beijing in September.
How long a flight is it to Beijing for you?
I think it's about 10 hours.
Okay.
Maybe
that's I think for me it's 27 hours, I think.
Jeez.
That's why I haven't gone to Australia, because obviously I want to go there. Australia's beautiful. All American.
Are you coming for the community champs?
No.
Okay.
If I go at this point, it'll be for a Hyrox. I don't do as much traveling for OCR these days.
Yeah.
But I think I'd like to go in 27 for a major or a regional, because I've got to go to the UK and Europe, and I'd like to get over there.
You should definitely go to the Gold Coast. It's the best part.
What are you hearing? Are you hearing rumors of like maybe something happening?
I think I kind of heard. I think Matt Locke was trying to
I
say
don't
a
know
rumor,
anything.
but I wasn't paying much attention. I was just like excited to race soon, but he was like something exciting's coming, and I think it was in relation to
Worlds and-
Hyrox being in Australia. But I was just like, I'm racing tomorrow.
Like,
Yeah, it wouldn't
Like,
it wouldn't shock me if you guys got a world champs. I think they were waiting, like, oh, we can't do it there too soon because it's the other side of the world. But I think now it's big enough that you guys could get the next one.
Well, and a lot of people, I remember when we went to Worlds, I think in Nice, so it was one of the first Worlds Australia would have gone to, and people were whinging about their 8-hour flights or their 5-hour flights that they've been on. I'm thinking, I've just been on 30 hours to get over here or something, so it'd be good to see everyone come over here too.
Yeah, if the world champs are there, I'll definitely be there. But if not, then I'll go to one of the majors, maybe.
yeah, it's awesome. You'd have to like extend your trip because there's plenty of fun things to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want to go like running. I'd want to go see places. Yeah, I'm not like, let's go to the touristy places. I'm like, take me where you like to eat. Take me to like your cool running places. That's my kind of tourism.
So there's this place in Brisbane. It's like the Cunningham Gap, and they have this mountain called Mount Coudou, and you can like hike up it. It's like kind of just a steady incline, but the view at the top at sunrise is incredible. And after you watch sunrise in Mount Coudou, it's beautiful in the middle of nowhere. You can drive back and you go to this thing called Summerland Camels, and there's a camel farm, and they like make everything from the camel's milk, and like they make cheese, and like they also have camel meat and stuff, and you can pet the camels and like
Pet them and eat them.
Pet them and
nice.
eat them. And the food's really good. And they made like, I didn't eat the camel last time, but I had like a quiche made from like camel's milk, and it was great. So there's definitely some really kind of like fun, unique things you can do. I'd take you to do that.
I loved every part of that except for sunrise.
Yeah, but sunrise
Don't
is
like
the best.
sunrise?
It's beautiful. He doesn't want to get up that early.
Right,
It
okay.
is quite an early hike.
I mean, I would if I was traveling, right? And like it was like a hey, come see this. I probably would, but yeah, the older I get, the less I want to get up early. I like my rest. I like my naps. I like my rest. Don't worry, your day's coming, guys. You're young now. Everything's great. Trust me. You will.
Don't put limits on us.
Yeah. We'll sleep until 10 if we want to.
Well, that was so funny. Was last night when I messaged you, I was like, she's young. 10 isn't late. 10 is very late for me. But when I was like, hey, do you want to talk now? You're like, oh, it's too late. I'm like, okay, I guess she goes to bed.
I think I was asleep.
Yeah, you were asleep, Meg. I was awake. I'm not sure. I was just reading my book.
I'm way gone. But in Australia, everyone wakes up really early and goes to bed early. That's just what we do.
That's really a thing?
Well, 5 a.m., the boardwalk, as in all the front thing, there's just people everywhere, 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Is that because you're ahead of the rest of the world?
I think it's just the culture here.
Yeah,
There's a huge fitness culture, particularly on the Gold Coast. And I mean, restaurants close really early. That's why it's weird for us to go to places like Europe and things not open until 10 a.m. As in everyone's ready for lunch at 10 a.m. over here.
Yeah, I feel like most of the world is that way. They go, oh, yeah, like Europe and like anything South American or the islands, it's all like, yeah, tomorrow, man, mañana.
Strange.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do between now and Worlds? Like training together? Are we going to talk every day? How are we doing this?
I mean, the cool thing about both of us is we're both really committed to our training. So we don't have to be together to get great results. And obviously Calypso's traveling for all these crazy events that she's doing between now and Worlds. I actually we've raced together in Auckland, obviously, and then I actually went away and climbed a mountain for 3 weeks. So I knew that my prep coming into this race was not going to be as amazing if I hadn't done that. But it was worth it. It was great to do the mountain. But now I'll just be staying in the Gold Coast for the next 10 weeks to prep for Sweden, and then it's more going to be Calypso who's traveling around. But yeah, I don't foresee us doing any training. Maybe when we get to Sweden, we might do a couple of sessions together. But yeah, we just have, I guess, trust in each other that we both want it as bad as the other person. So we're going to give everything in our training.
Will you be watching the major this weekend?
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know if Meg will be watching.
Remember it was on.
Yeah, but it's going to be, there's like 8 people have already qualified, and there's 7 people going for 3 spots. So it's like I think it's going to be pretty exciting. There's lots of fast people that have just come in. Like, I'm so excited.
Was there a race in Warsaw? What was the last major last year? Because I think it was a super, super fast course last time.
Oh, last minute in Warsaw?
Yeah. So it should be speedy.
Yeah, I posted some stuff today about the singles. I should look at the doubles really quickly. Let's see who's going. Hang on, let me see. Let me find the link here.
Because I think after London being such a fast course, it kicked a lot of regular people out of Elite 15 because the times are just so crazy. So there'll be some new people in it.
Bit dodgy, right?
Well,
they're moving towards points now, so it's
no, it's fine. It's fine now, but I think we said it yesterday in the show. For the winner, JK would have finished 10th in EMEAs. So what does that tell you? JK is not slow. So
yeah, it kind of like this last weekend has been great, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, that's a really slow time. Like I thought I was faster than that. Like
yeah, that has well, it's a good thing we're finally kind of getting that out of the way. So for Calypso, have you looked at like how much you want to train, how much you're gonna have to travel next year or the fall even? Your races are usually the beginning of the year, right? The beginning.
Are you talking about
like July, August? I think is when it kicks off for you guys, right?
Yeah, July. I think there's a Sydney one, which I won't do because I'll be paragliding. But
but have you thought about like I got to get to 5 races? Apparently not.
I haven't really thought about it that hard, evidently. But I also like do think there are a lot more competitions in North America and Europe. So like it's possible that I might be based over there in the next few years, just because it makes it way easier to travel. And I love the mountains, and you guys have some pretty epic mountains.
So coming back to America.
Yeah, I missed you guys. Or maybe Canada. You know, it's a little hard to come back to you.
Do you have a criminal record? I think you'll be okay.
No, but like it's easier to work in Canada. You know, gotta make money somehow, Matt.
What do you do now for money?
Well, I just quit my job a week and a half ago.
You said, F you, I'm going to be a world fucking champ.
Yeah.
That's not what
I
you
love
said?
my job. I just decided, I was like, I want to see like how far I can take sports, which is kind of crazy to me because when I was swimming, I was like, I'd never want to be a pro athlete. Do not like swimming, don't want to be a pro athlete. So it kind of took me a while to kind of accept that like I did want to give this a go because it was something I'd always said I didn't want to do.
There are 0 Aussie women's teams in Warsaw.
Yeah, because all the London times were so fast and Australia does not have super fast courses.
I mean, to be fair, Jess would have had to fly like immediately after.
Well, same with Gabby.
And same with Gabby and Molly. Like it is a very fast turnaround, I think, and that's why we've seen Joanna go over there.
Didn't accept the.
Yeah, I don't think they would have accepted that position. Yeah,
and then
I mean, we were in Auckland on slug course, so that was the slowest course ever. I said on the slug course because it's outside and it has hills.
There was a hill in Auckland. It was such a great vibe, but a very slow course.
It was
such a great vibe.
A literal hill?
Yeah.
There's a hill. We ran up a hill.
2 actually. A little one and then a long one. Every single lap.
It wasn't like a mountain hill, but it was a hill.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting.
And Joanna's the only solo female in this one. Joanna is trying to sweep all of the majors, which has not been done. So that will be impressive.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah.
So it's okay to yell that at you. It's not lame to yell that at you.
No, like people will do it at sporting events.
I love Australia. What's funny? I don't get it.
No, I know you love Australia. I'm just saying, we Americans do it because it's all we know, right? It's almost. I'm saying it's lame to say shrimp on the Barbie. That's why I was making sure it wasn't lame to say Aussie, Aussie.
Yeah, that's like an actual cheer.
All right. Well, listen. Glad we got to do this, despite our time differences. And I guess I'll see you guys in Sweden in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's so soon. 10 weeks.
So excited.
10 weeks? That's how soon it is?
Yeah.
All right. Rest up.
Sounds like Matt needs to book his flights. He's not prepared.
I booked my flights. I booked my hotels. There's a hotel right on site called, well, there's two actually that are like Strawberry Hotel and the other Strawberry Hotel. And I'm booked early. I'm good. I'm walking distance. Very important on these world championships or basically any Hyrox weekend. If you can walk to the venue, that's what you want. So worth it to pay more, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I said in Taipei, a like 2-minute walk away. It was incredible.
Yeah, because you have to leave and come back so many times, and it's such a thing. Well, listen, good to meet you, Meg.
Thank you. You too.
See you next time.
Thanks for having us.
You'll see her again soon.
All right, let me take you out for court here. Hang on.